Hey, I go by the name of Sdeni Poi, KMG, and we are the conversation with Sdeni and Kamo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in a conversation today, we got a special guest, my brother from another mother, Fuks.
It's
Kotato. How are you, my brother? You good?
Yeah.
Kamo,
You guys have a special greeting. Sdeni doesn't look like someone no longer special greeting and anyway. Like a body.
I have them with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend would agree.
Oh.
How are you, folks? Welcome to the conversation. Thank you so much for pulling up, my brother.
It's been long, eh?
I wanna ask you something, and it's embarrassing, and I don't know if you remember. I just focus on the ram. I want to know Lima. I go like it's always been chat. Undula Kamo, we never have some better. I remember the fight, bra. What are you doing? Come on, Maga. Who said about also? Hey, I'm going to try. Hey, I'm going to
Evan, I get you move Bruce.
What was the reason?
The lady chase or something. It's just not about it. It's just not about it.
I was not sure.
So Sdeni is tall and Fuks is
so
tall.
How? No, but I remember I was skiing again. One thing I remember. Asaralwa, I was Asaralwa. That's like one thing I know. Unlucky fast and Tula Kamogelo and Saramato. You imagine
Makes sense on why Saratoto Toyeva involved in conflicts because he once lost a fight.
I get stressed.
I'm or something. I'm
Guys.
Visa. What are the visa? Oh, that's really bizarre. Oh, Marabiza, Nagola Halna, if you bizarre of his tune. But no, that's really bizarre.
Ah, no, Gojela Bajara must have more like a better and a gamapa.
Why? Marino, I don't think.
I
don't think you guys would be involved in modern trade.
No, you can't. But Nagola Hala, and when I think about it now, we used to be stupid. But no one to phase 1, phase 2. And you know, you this thing against us, what because Nanya got the tune. Or is Nin Blomi, the refi da Mutumo what have you? And not have again na Margam travel among Kamatravel or who still damn. That's what no Gravaria Tamara Rolla. No one phase 1. Phase 2. Lona mo phase 1. Nona kwa site njarina, site njalina, kwa bumukutu.
Timam blue, salam kikimsha. Kalapa or something.
Lena survive video.
I agree. Oh, it's one. That's how we'll like you fast.
Otherwise, you good, bruh. It's crazy. I was telling Kamogelo, like, you know, the crazy thing about interviewing your friends is that you can't even ask them to tell them about yourself.
Tell us about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Don't tell Sdeni. Then you tell me around.
Guys, this one dating tell me about yourself.
No, but can you explain yourself in terms of what do you do? Not like my name is Fuks. I'm 37 years old.
Yadala, kena kgothatso ne. O kena Fuks today.
Fuks.
They are rapper today. I'm the rapper. I can't be too rats.
Can you do a freestyle? I'll give you some words.
I can't no freestyle.
Okay.
Where did you get the word Fuks?
Ngao drop 60.
Let's do.
No.
Fuks.
Come fellow.
Okay.
Sanju bai wane kamu ka interview.
Sharp.
Where did you get the word, the name Fuks?
I inherited it from my brother.
Your
Yeah, because I
brother,
remember your brother used to
Sdeni's
be-
roommate.
It's just a name that attached to me regular boarding school. So my brother halal it there before. So hala para later from Mfuge. Hala para ora ka mukhola artificial wires gela para di bayana para ngatsola so ba mukhola nickname. So now when I came ba attach
Narukana Fuks.
Kai.
Pegs.
Oh, pegs. Oh.
So
And you know what I
actually,
used to think about it. I used to ask myself for Damano where I Fuks, but I just went with it because Damana Nasi skin, first of all, like no kaseri mufuke, man.
Ma
You know, Brian.
kana go ela ke ra pesa ka mga sa
Bravo, nana le-
pesa lo ba speed
It's a lot of skin. And I was skinny, but I got to mention the picture, and the people will tell me, oh, I must lose weight. I can't. There was a friend ya chumi ya gago thamana mo mokotunyana so ka re man o mo pedi
kai
marasti
umukoto
thamana mo bolela too much man. I forgot about him. Okay, so you're still telling us about yourself.
So you inherited the name Fuks and then you ran with it.
Yeah.
And then you get Dala basketball, you were still Fuks.
no, not like basketball. It was not professional. Just a play like right now.
Really, Sdeni and I want to basketball. No, someone mean by
Like
that.
it to basketball ka bona.
What's a basketball? Lara?
Oh,
What did you not do?
Mara Fuks.
What are you
So we used to go play go Don Fontaine. Oh, really ga paya blind. Ka mara stene re kiti wa tsere ball.
No station sa wana ka rat.
For sure. Government.
Ke sa wana ka rat. Sa bere.
Government. We used to play that.
Ba jeli sili.
Mara di phone for sure sa lona.
Ho bela mna bele rat la khale.
Sure. Okay, so you moved with Fuks, then you have all okay, Fuks will be like then we dish it up.
Yeah, but mo so I guess kidnap Fuks.
You know what? So like
yeah,
so like I was telling Kamo last week to say, or like now I know you as playing basketball, you know, which was just a hobby. Then the rap, like when did the rap come through?
Ke decided lo rap ka I think 2015. Like because I did say na I'm a big fan of rap, like rata rap.
Sure.
So and salka rap a few times. Mar for the ngilo bana ka class mba rap for. Rap and that was good. Salka challenge dem man mo rap ka class. Ngena ba mswele rap ka rata ngwale di bas ka mo piatla yes. Ka mo tshwara ga se do dira ke nonsense. So when the hobby came up, I just said ke thomo ngwala. And then Katomo Chilicha hip hop in a learning way. When I'm sure you watch podcasts.
Sure, yeah.
You start listening to music and then you miss it and then you try to figure it. Listen how you figure it out.
As to how you can.
And then I decided, okay, let me get a mic. Katomo record. Hey, I found out what I get up on song. But then you learn
how she's misunderstood. She's been through so much pain. She no longer complain.
Hey, what more?
Who writes your lyrics?
Blind is good.
He's good. He has a great
rapper. I was underrated KMG. How she's misunderstood. How she's misunderstood. She's been through so much pain. She no longer complain.
Being black.
Mari. For
comparison.
Which is better medicine? Which is better?
Marwanas, then you won't be a great rapper.
Manjaga
was too deep. Like
they told me that I'll never be a great podcast.
Who told you that?
When I started.
That is lying. Who told you that?
when you're in radio or something. Go just like a rap.
Yeah, we're not a young open. And I remember before the whole shit. No, we got the venue or Rasten. I was like, they are ready. And I was like, now I want to be in rap, you know. Yeah. So you started, okay, the first track was comparison, I think
when
it
a
was
comparison, the reality of being black. The first 2 tracks.
And I wanna okay, then I wanna ask, what's your message in the whole of your rap? Because it's more political.
It's more like an activist.
Activist. Yes, that's the right word. Yeah.
Perception. It's just a perception of the past. Like we can rap about the same thing. I'm rapping my reality. When we were talking about politics. Nah, it's funny, but it's painful.
Yes.
And it's preaching. I'm trying to preach. But then if my music, you can listen to it. Hopefully it will offer hope. Because I'm trying to find hope. It's hopeless. All of us saying the government is doing this. Everybody's doing that. Look up everything. You know about mess.
That's just done on a black label. I don't know.
Sure. So it's it's more of the things that you live.
It's the reality. We want to get TV, but the thing or agree, most things dealing. It's like a block our minds from the pain that we feel. We avoid. It's like not wanting to look on to something so chava or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying or you started rapping in
2014.
2014.
Okay,
and at that time, so you've never go high school, never
just
been a rapper.
3 times, like I got grade 9 class. Just read better days. Album produced diamond every time, better days later. So better days.
Funny how Sdeni never actually signed you under his production back in the day.
I was not at home. That's the problem.
That's not the only part of the clique.
I was a level owner. Oh, well, we want to put me a million no confirm me the door and the young sign. I got it. I'm the noter of this thing, bro.
When are the men behind the gate?
Yeah, I'm the man. Yeah, I used to get the gigs for those guys that are commentary. Yeah? I was a party.
Rap life, you know,
so you are also doing it because
no, conceptually rap life
but tell me, when you started rapping, like, were you not thinking, or like, you know what, I'm too old now for this?
Oh, no, I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Because obviously, like, rap and music is one of those things that people grow up with from high school, primary, late years, that you grow up with it and all those things. So that's why I was telling you, or like now I was surprised when he's telling you, or he wants to be a rapper. And as much as it's nice, and you know, this other time they were asking Charlamagne, or do you think hip hop it's a game of younger generation? You know, his response was like, no, but you look at what Jay-Z is doing at the moment. Look at Nas. You know,
they used to come back.
Yeah, like Nas's latest album, the red one, what the gospel or something has to do with the Bible.
What gospel? I would say the album King's Disease.
Yeah, King's Disease. Yes, the King's Disease. Part of
King's one,
King's Disease.
What are you in the Bible? My Bible.
Yeah, it's not my Bible. That's a song. Yeah. Classic. Oh, grown men's Kendrick Lamar at the moment. Even though we can say, oh, no, they started at an early age and all those things, but hip hop is not necessarily a young people's game. You know, so it makes sense.
I try to consolidate all the learning. I get music. Hip hop is music.
Yes.
It has a structure.
Yes.
Okay. You have to learn your flow. You have to learn your rhymes. You have to know the language.
Yeah.
You need to be aware of what's happening around. You need to try to relate to people. But as a grown person, there's a certain age for rapping different things. I can be here rapping about essays and Budi. Now I'm not that type. of
Right,
rap.
but you're still young.
No. I'm
Let's
just
talk about
I'm just
booty
talking
and
about
ass,
the
booty
easy
and
way.
ass, yeah.
You talk about what?
But
You talk about what?
Like a booty and ass. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
the way le drong ka gale,
Uh-huh.
compared to now, it's gonna be different.
Fuks, are you married?
Oh, what?
But
No,
the
but-
way Lerawan dronga and compared to now, meaning that now he's all chilled and stuff, like he's
Yeah,
settled.
you even if
I have a
talent about
girlfriend, but
it's
it's
a
different.
it's a conscious decision.
You've done things,
Yes.
you know these things. How then now you have to utilize your time as a person. Banyaka now. Besides chelete, but banyaka now. No give us data as a record.
I've been here for 2 hours. That's how grown I am.
You get what I'm saying? It's really about resources.
Don't believe me. Damanu.
No, Sdeni is actually getting married in 4 months, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
I've introduced her to you before.
As to me, I got deep. Yeah, you were saying, my man, Kakalaja is not about me today.
No one unfriend, no one unfriend.
I know. So tell me,
Acquaintance.
what's your ultimate objective in terms of rap? Like, are you out here hoping and praying that you get a big song, like, you know?
I get your performer back to the city. That's all I want.
Back to the city.
That's all I want.
Did you want to perform there by working?
Cotton Fest.
Cotton Fest.
Yeah, Cotton Fest.
Mm.
Okay, perform back to the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you are retiring.
I can't retire. No, but I just want to make music. Honestly speaking, I just want to make music.
I saw.
Obviously, I want the money, yeah, but if I
Zonke.
chase the money, I say it next week. Because it's not gonna pay now if it ever pays.
But I saw Zonke.
I just need to make good music.
Zonke Dikan.
Yeah, Zonke Dikana. I'm not sure if she said it or she tweeted, but it was an article. She was saying, I don't want to make a hit song. I want to make classic.
But
And
she makes
she
classic.
makes classic, bra.
Zonke Dikan is actually
Yo.
the best musician.
And I was looking,
vocalist.
and I was actually checking on it, even on her Instagram. She does not have a lot of followers. You know that it's like 100 and something K.
Chilled.
I'm like, Zonke.
Chill.
How this thing works, ne? You come into the music industry, ne? You get the group of people that really like you, and then they grow. Because I can have 2 fans next year. I can have 4 fans. The other year, obviously exaggeration, but it's like now I'm a big fan now. Now, so it does not get the likes Jawal Kamchaka Spanyol.
Most deaf.
It gets far less likes.
Libile is not even spoken about as much as we would speak about Casper Nyovest.
You know, with regards to South Africa,
Yeah.
because we think America is the
Top.
maybe the entertainment hub, and Nas is he's very big, but he just does his thing. I was just making music. You just make music. Obviously, you want a record deal because you are hungry as a person. No, I don't want one.
You're not hungry when.
No, I'm not hungry.
But I'm sure if you have a classic now, like a hit song, you will definitely sign up to Ambitions. Rob.
I'm saying,
Get a hit song.
the thing is, so I don't think I can blow up. Even if I get a hit song right now, I don't think I can blow up in a way that I think I'm sustainable just because I'm ambitious. It's about marketing. What I'm trying to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to run myself like an artist. You market, you post, you create content. The thing is, content does not have to be perfect. It just needs to be artistic.
Explain that.
Meaning it must speak to the words. Music is art. Most of the things is art because I'm trying to convey a message using music. Art.
But if you blow up, you won't be.
No, if I have a hit song, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a good artist as yet. Or does not
But you've been doing it for 8 years now.
But
just writing.
But if you have a hit song, then it gives you, I think it gives you that pressure where now you need to like be very good.
Yes.
Then you need to have
that.
like big features. You need to
Do you believe
decide.
in yourself, bro?
Oh, no, you can say it. Like I can say it. That's not when Ramatalano arrogant. No, or assertive. You have to believe in something.
And you,
because I hear many people that want to be rappers,
yes.
but you have to work. You need. That's why I get it.
You have to work in terms of what, like
Everything takes work, like practice. It takes practice. It takes time. Because people say they write songs overnight or they write 3 songs. It means you have to get to that stage.
But what you are saying, it won't mean anything to a person that would just drop a song now and it's a hit. I mean, like, we know people that have just put on one song and then they blow up within a year and they blow up.
Yeah, it happens, but we are different. Yeah, okay, right. So good.
I was actually supposed to interview him. Remember I told you? I was supposed to interview him that long weekend, Good Friday.
Yeah.
So I called him on a Friday. It was Thursday. I was like, sure, she'll be sharp. You know what? Because it's a long weekend, there's a lot of things that are happening. Let's do it on Monday. Sharp, sharp. Monday I'm a phone to me. I don't know, he's probably drunk somewhere.
Okay, guys, hit. What does it mean having a hit mean?
Going viral, like for instance, let's
So I'm
say,
gonna get streams.
Yeah, like
Then I'm gonna get
your song just it goes up.
You know what?
I know there's not a lot of man. I know. I'm just saying concept.
You know what, Fuks?
Every time you rap for
I wanted to say that.
His that song.
Count your blessings.
Count your blessings.
You know count your blessings? Yeah, we had a conversation with the guy that did that song. He's actually not making money out of that thing. It's owned by, it has been put up on YouTube by Mango something.
If you don't own it.
But he was telling us, he's making money out of the bookings and then we put it on his streams. But we're talking about the hit. Now, you think about it this way. You put up a song. Let's say Shibi Shibi for you, another Shibi Shibi. Now we can conclude and say it's a hit. But when we start to talk about the numbers and the money, it's a different topic.
But let me tell you something.
In terms of money, yes, we can get away with it because it's getting the bookings and everything.
Yes.
But for how long? Would we still have money from that hit song?
One track.
After,
you mean that? Ne?
Yes, after 4 or 5 years.
No, but I get it in terms like this. You are in that space already. You're very privileged. You can actually just hit up whoever artist or not. Let's have a feature.
Yeah.
For instance, Maparajas, but Dropile John
They're struggling now.
That's why. But that's what I'm asking. When I get a hit, what does
all I'm saying, God, they had a hit.
You know what?
They had to run with it. They had to run with it. But feature level, was it
Makazi, Prince Benza.
But feature like a couple of
few
people. But they maybe bonus of they didn't have like a proper marketing strategy. They just thought, our people like us.
Mara,
I'm going to run myself like a record label.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And when the music business, I'm saying it like this because I like rap. I want to rap. Hopefully people are going to listen to what I say. They can resonate with it. But I must not just, because it takes money. You put in money to make music. It needs to get produced. It needs to be mastered and everything. It takes time. No, I can just leave it now.
Exactly.
But then you need to know the music business. I don't say I know it, but in the marketing, you can just make a hit and then whatever hit go viral, and then you don't have an image that you're going to present to that crowd that's coming through. An image, it might be yourself, or you might create one.
But this mic is working. You must speak closer to you.
So you must be ready. That's why I don't know what do you mean hate. What does a hate mean? The excitement here we ambitious.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
No, the way I want this guy, the way he speak about it, it's actually true. And the reality corner at the moment here in South Africa, when we think about the music, we're more concerned about that hit. I'm gonna get at that hit, then I'm gone. No, for a typical example, and I'm sorry to bring the conversation here. There was a time the conversation had hit, like hit interviews.
But we still do.
Yeah, but what I'm views? Yeah, the views compared to now.
Conversational Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa. Conversational Lisa. Then we had joint Vulgate. One understand? And that's where you get to the nicest thing about it is that you will be judged over some time and over producing or doing whatever that you are doing.
Now one thing about
me, I'll defend
the conversation.
Yeah?
Now one thing about me, I'll defend the conversation. With that 10 views,
no,
that's
but
a hit.
It's a hit, but what I'm trying to say, it's a hit.
But we can't escape reality. That's why I've seen the views. I went through page video maybe catch. But it shows the views quite fast. Yeah, they were hit. People were looking.
But again, you know what I always say, or like, the fact that we've been sustainable, like we continue consistent afterwards, it's actually a hit to us.
Yes.
Then that's what I think he's trying to talk about here, because it's not about putting that one song and it booms, then understand?
Life is fun.
Hey.
Like if you think when are you gonna reach somewhere and then you reach it and then you feel like
you're gonna get far.
So what are you trying to say about the conversations then?
That it will last long and it will
exactly.
Grow. Maybe
organic.
Exactly. You know what? And the reality, we have seen people that saw us doing the conversation at our peak. They started doing the conversation. They only have 4 videos on their pages.
Yeah.
And they doing
which is 2 years ago.
And it's fine.
And for the fact that we're still here, it's massive. But this guy
getting emotional.
I'm getting emotional. I'm supporting my brother here. That's what I'm saying. Even your rappers,
you'll give up.
your real rap, like your Snoop Dogg, your 50 Nas and Jay-Z. They've produced some songs that we don't even know. Even to this day, they produce songs that we don't care, we don't know about them. But the fact that they are honored, they are still here.
It's the reality.
And when you care about what you're doing, you'll stay. You will stay, regardless.
Papzito is trying to go through a bigger demographic, and he is already, like, he thinks or feels like he has done enough for now. Sure, he's gonna come back, Papzito, at more PD rap.
I don't think Papzito needs to leave PD rap. I think he's probably the foundation.
Let me ask you this now: who's nice between Papzito and
Malibu?
Blind Gamoga, they're just different.
Ne?
Papzito get another first big only space money.
Space money. Yeah, space money. And you could never just be the man.
I'm going to interview or better come away. We make you take move EP.
Oh yes.
We make because they are now a producer, so
yeah.
Space Moon, and then we shall go over next EP.
But now still say Malibu is nice.
No, they're different. Malibu, are only depth now. It's like the different types of rap. Papzito is like underground rap, the way I rap and the flow, with the beats. Or baby rap, or it has that core. Malibu, his baby rap is the waves. His beats in an element in Yanya different from Papzito is like tradition. It's like traditional rap. It's like those elements more beating Java. Malibu flow
Malibu flow. Alamanjwa very much paid the man.
Papzito ka kwa uhlalifi.
Yeah.
O technical ka speed, o ruta speed. It's like a class in your speed. Le malebu na that thing, but Babzito in a teaching sense. In a
And they're nice, those guys. But I saw that
but
Papzito is no longer going to do a big rap. Oh, rap as judge.
Why?
No.
Why?
I don't
He
know.
didn't say.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a good idea though. Sorry, Papzito, but I don't think it's a good idea. Because no, I think he's the first person on the rap. I think.
No, man, I wanna...
It's my opinion.
Space money is a lot better at two.
At all.
So tell me, you're producing, you're dropping out an EP.
Yeah.
When is it coming?
1 July.
All the singles that you produced this year, they're gonna be in the EP.
All new music.
It's all new music. Fuck, you've been busy this year. Man.
Last year, man.
Was it last year? Fuck.
We planted last year and then we reap now.
Oh. Now, I wanna ask you about this one. This Better Days with Peace. One of the lyrics you said, I don't remember a lot of the shit that used to stress me.
Yeah, it's life. We move forward. It doesn't matter or feel pain for 3 days.
Yeah, I remember there.
Not this week.
Eh.
What?
And I felt the pain like a baby in my head, this thing. But I will move on. No more Kempton Park, they once hijacked me.
Yeah, I remember that.
It stresses you. You think, what's happening?
At that time, yeah.
I need to catch up. But get the worldly things.
Yeah.
You get it. So a lot of things don't matter on this earth.
So yeah, you say you don't remember some of the things that used to stress you back like in 10 years back.
It's like curious all was stress. So stress I guess text.
But don't you think sometimes nobody trigger yana maybe wakmano wala nearly I kani naira and you're like
And it,
nearly I love you.
and the problem is that it's stress aware. That's the thing. It's stress aware when you think about that thing.
Yeah,
when you think about
life happens. You cannot. So we forget.
That's
only
yeah.
pain from my grandmother dying, my grandfather. Like you have pain in your life. You have pain that you go through, but you can't live with it.
I don't think in my life I'd ever forget loss. I live on that.
You can live life because cool bags are negativity. Especially pain does not yield anything. It probably that part you lack compassion to some extent, but I think we sometimes push ourselves down the emotions. You get it? Especially the negative ones. I'm not saying don't show positive emotions, but the negative ones don't yield anything.
You're an engineer, ne?
yeah.
Have you ever thought to yourself, for Ricky no studies psychology?
But I wanna read this thing. Man. I wanna read this thing.
Psychology. Or only more first Sdeni therapy session ya or why are you not so?
Nah, slow.
Or he's suffering.
There's a post talking about this, the things that we go through in more Facebook. I saw it this day, over the weekend. It's a guy, he says he wants to share a bit from the conversation he had with his therapist. Then he said the therapist told me that black people are forced to do daily in this country, back and forth between trauma and joy, trauma and work, trauma and rest, trauma and love, trauma and fill all the blanks, day in, day out, in a form of psychosis.
And rest is not enough. We don't get enough rest.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, well, in anything that we do,
We need to go through trauma.
no, not we need to go through it. We have trauma of all the things that happen in us. This other lady was even talking about rape, being molested, and unemployment, and loss, and everything. But yet, like, it's like this country is out here want black people to move on with those. Like you move between work and trauma.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. These are things still long.
Yeah.
You can't just say "Kidilibage." Like you can't just say I forgot or I was once raped.
Yes.
You can't just say I forgot or I was once in an accident.
When I saw this post, I spoke into how he would speak. Like, you know, there are some of the things that you need to move on. And I wasn't thinking about there's actually some deep things, you know. As far now, I was thinking about, or if you don't have a job, or if maybe you're unemployed, you can move on in those things. But think about like a physical or emotional pain, mental pain, being raped, molested.
We're all broken.
Yes.
I agree, when you grow, you go through things. That's why if you are protected from Popelo, you're not gonna be a strong person.
Yes.
We're not saying I can't just say go to the world, let it feed on you so you are strong. But I agree, I need to be aware.
Yeah.
I need to be aware. You need to be aware of what's happening because what a lot of games Karen. But better
before.
No, we get a game. Get the whole system. You go to school, you think you can get a job, you think you can take care of yourself, you think you can buy a big car, you think you.
Yeah, how many of us have stood
now social media here
years?
is telling us that that Renai, we must dress like this, look like this.
So now they're saying, or if now you must get paid more than 40,000 for you to actually.
Hey, every day they are the same thing.
And you know, talking about that, man. And as I was talking to this other lady, I was like, maybe Lirina, I don't know if maybe I would say, or like we must take control of our lives. You know, take on control in the sense of, I don't know, man.
You're in charge of your life. There's nobody else.
But the problem is that at the moment we're not. And we're not in the sense how some of the things we do them because the society wants us to do them. Or the system wants us to do them. I mean, like sometimes you know, I'm not going to go America, my rabs are such a lot of mood. And by that time, I check and who should give my 4 hours or Rutama.
And in a go slow, no go.
That's why you need to be busy as a person because when a more ukari, you are doing the same thing over and over again. It's like the same thing over and over again. But you need to have money to get those things. So as a person, I can be a rapper, no. Nobody can say I can be a rapper. There's no rule. I don't have to register with any council or anything. You can do anything, but then we are doing the same thing as people. We are the same. We are all going to school. We are all not doing this. We are channeled. It's like only the 2 years and then walk through them. And then
your pressure.
Yeah,
PTSD from apartheid.
PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress.
Hey, bro.
PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress disorder or something.
So what is PTSD?
It's like growing in an abusive household.
Yes.
It's going into. It's like long job, but what's into.
Get that thing we were talking about emotional bullying that time. These are things.
What's about talking about that? Like, you know, even beside the things that we went through, now I feel like even at the moment we're experiencing that thing, like we're experiencing that trauma, like, because the thing is, think about it this way, people will tell you about we have all the freedom, but
what does that mean?
Yeah, you understand. And the thing is, besides that, like even social media or people in general, they don't allow people to have that freedom of being who they are.
They want to make you what
they want to make you or so you tell or freedom. Because the thing is, the reality of the game is that, like you said, you are expected to wear in a certain way, to talk in a certain way, eat in a certain way, like eat in a certain restaurant, do certain things at that time.
Not a content, I get. Content is forever. Mental health is temporary.
There's no way, bruh. There's no way.
Content is forever.
And like they used to think or like I'm crazy with Kenzie. I used to check this video and China.
What do you prefer then? What do you prefer? Or I just be away from
No, I'm just saying more like you can.
When you've been doing the camping, but
Notification always comes late at night.
At night,
Oh, come
yes.
on. That's when you're going to see those videos.
Hey.
I don't wanna.
But better days is coming.
Other places, but that's why they do. This is
Oh,
not internet. You blind. You certain things like internet. You can be other places, but it means America is easily China or whatever. I don't know the time zone, and then gradually everything is changing.
So right now when you computer
No, I'm just saying for it. I grew up on a pattern.
yeah, pattern
And
is
then
that
it
I'm
shows
sleeping at that time.
I'm sleeping.
Okay, but better days. Okay, I think the whole conversation is coming from this song,
yeah.
Better Days.
Yeah.
It's a very nice song. You are with
Yeah.
peace there. But that nigga there, the last verse, that guy destroyed you. That guy destroyed you.
Friday.
That guy
Drop up,
destroyed.
nothing
I was thinking what Peace is nice. Peace has this line. He was like, that girl I'm fucking.
Better days are like this girl I'm smashing.
Yeah,
because they
gonna
go come.
I came to.
You always gotta face the better
did not
days
feel it.
before the sun.
I did not feel it.
What did he say?
Better days are like this girl I'm smashing because they gonna come. You always gotta face the what before the sun.
Do you understand it?
I don't get it. Like it's slow.
Okay.
I think then when you started the conversation, I think about the slow learn and get to look at the affect that.
Better days are like this girl that I'm smashing because they gonna come.
Hey,
She's gonna come.
hey, she's coming.
And better days
And
are
you always
coming.
gotta face the darkness before the sun.
But that need the last guy.
Yes. Flow your mother.
The last guy destroyed.
I didn't listen to it. That's
Hey, Better Days is the one that were in the music video there.
Oh, but
I'll check the music.
like no one was Sdeni level Mila.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Then that video idea so.
Then there's a song, Dreaming of You. That's my beat, you know that.
Hey, you won't get that. You won't post a car.
You guys stole my beat.
No, we posted like a poster guy.
This guy posted, then I used it on my videos and everything. So this guy won me.
Copyright issue.
Yeah, so are you telling me about it? All the beats that you have, they are actually produced by Nisaba. Emmanuel Sounds.
Manuel Sounds to call our piece, ne? Yeah, no.
Underground, that's all money.
Oh, again,
Emmanuel, also Emmanuel.
I'm Salan Chai like I am.
Our body blind Fanul. Better to be peace in it.
Yeah, what are we much?
And let's talk about Big Mouth.
Big
Mouth on one of the
control.
Yeah, one of the line was like, you're probably one of those that would lie about getting late. Explain to me.
Anyone who try to file a false claim.
Yeah, exactly. Explain to us what Big Mouth all about.
It's about everybody that's trying to pull everybody down on social media. Like, why? Like everybody who are running facade. Social media are pay far too much. That's why like people want to realize like an Robert. I prefer Robert and then you fail. I want to do two
But
social media,
because it's nice.
Who judged you?
No, but what I'm trying to say about that.
But for sure, we really inspired before you.
No, like I said, observe what's happening.
Yeah,
Okay, let's talk about the lyrics. The lyrics I just don't have them. But back to back, like what? Okay, the chorus. What does it say?
I wish your jaws would lock so you can't say nothing. Your fingers get numb so you can't type nothing. Get a splinter in your eyes, a lot of blood gushing, cause you're spreading lies for nothing. for nothing but social media buzz. That's what impurity does. You get dementia when I pull up with the live quiz, trembling lips, out 7 nicks, just coward tricks hidden behind the internet, thinking it's an eclipse.
Let's start there. Why would you want this guy to have no eyes?
Which guy?
Okay, that's the person.
What would you do if I would
Okay, this lady. Where's that coming? Have you ever get the hate on social media?
Hey, that one more racist, more like a poster, more like paging the land is ours. To be clear brief. That one not racist that you are there. Grass, delete and hey.
No, but I think it deeper than that.
It's deeper than that.
I think it's
deeper than that.
And
It's
Ramutzi,
I have no enemies.
So you just come on the conversation to lie.
Where to lie? Whatever better days than bleach, okay? You talk about you.
Big mouth.
Okay, come on.
So do you,
come on.
No, maybe it's somebody that we probably know. Like we're not gonna say
but the reality,
like Espanyol is what page you are paying about.
but if Casper University had
you know what?
No, what there is.
But now talk about
you know what I was
what's happening in reality.
I was listening to that. We're gonna come back to you. You must think about it. I was listening to Nonkululek and Culture. You know Nonkululek, that guy was Kasi TV, Kasi Football, the one that used to interview Junior Kanya after every soccer. Okay, so Nonkululeka now has a channel. It's called Nonkululeka and Culture. So he had a conversation with Nota. You know, so they were talking about each and everything that happens. You know, Nota talks a lot. So Nota,
smart note,
very smart. So he was like, he has people by Ilongori, he gives them information to talk on social media, and he does not have to do the job. You are speaking about Chris Excel, you know, you give those guys the social media influencers, your social media influencers, yes, information and everything to talk about all the Musa. Even McG, I can tell you some of the things that
the government,
but some of the things, especially in entertainment, some of the things that he talks about, he has an inside information, be it from Bonobona Bonote and all this. Then he says them, and he knows that even if he says them, he has all these guys that would support him. You understand?
Like August strike.
So this guy was talking about. Think about Casper Nyovest. If Casper Nyovest posts something, they are attacking. Be whatever Chris said and all those things. You know, he already knows the information there. Or that fight there, like music did not have money. There's people that booked for like the whole week, but after the fight, they were like, you know what, guys, you need to move out. So this thing, and I was thinking about it. Like, I wish I had those people in my life. You know, that people that have information about things and people. And then I can just talk about them. But Fuks, when they come to the conversation, they're scared to talk now.
No, Chabar Butawari. Mara, say it with your chest.
They tell us about racism and everything.
No, but
so
what
so in this thing,
guys,
there's people that he's talking about that has information, or even if they don't really necessarily have information, but every morning and say something bad, be it about the content creators, the artists, ladies, guys, women, you know, all those things.
Guys, this threat is for anybody that's trying to pull anybody down by saying lies on social media.
But how then are you gonna, like, how do you distinguish that line between someone that they are saying or one that they are being honest?
No, I'm saying that if you try to pull anybody down using any lies, I cannot say anybody specific because I don't know why people are saying what they say.
But how would you
he said they want evidence? Okay. So nothing or not they don't have it.
But
I'm talking about anybody that's lying.
if someone says to you, bruh, you trash, your music is trash, your podcast is trash.
What a mong wala kusha I guess
Would you say what that person is taking or drag someone down or is being honest?
No, you can be honest. It's fine to be honest, to be genuine. That's why I cannot say who, but when you listen to the track and you know.
But there's somebody.
No, I know. Like when I
you
listen
know.
to I told you. I don't want to listen to something I knew. I was
it means that you can relate to what I'm saying.
I did relate because even from
and
my
what
side,
did I say about what I write about? I try to be relatable.
No, I do relate because even from my side,
when I
know
don't know
when
any big mouth
I know
that needs to.
I know.
You
know, like sometimes even when you wake up and you go on like a Facebook feed, you can tell or more.
There's nothing wrong with being honest when something is not nice.
Yes.
If somebody says I write my music, it's fine. Then now I gotta do some music.
Okay. Now
tell us.
Tell us about.
But you don't have to go as far as writing a song.
I can. I'm an
artist.
No, you can. I can write
about
anything.
It's like
freedom of being an artist. No, they want me to be
music. If you really do have freedom of speech, then Mama Pelongi already Sdeni.
No. But
teaching my
that's the rhythm. That's the rhythm and poet, bro. You don't have to say.
Yeah, it's rhythm and poet.
It's a very nice song. Like listen to it. I know now we want to.
Sure.
We want to.
Oh, religious music video na
that's a nice T-shirt. Oh, feel as Sdeni's keep.
Big mouth.
Big mouth, guys.
It's a very nice song.
Yeah, no, Papa. I want to need notification just social media.
Nice. That's right.
Oh, that's like a boy.
Yeah, my phone. Nice.
Now, so you also have regretless.
Yeah.
Regretless. Do you regret? What are some of the things that you regret in life? As being a rapper.
I don't think I have many regrets. Unless I can regret if I had somebody. Or if I was in a situation where I had somebody, I can regret. But the decisions generally,
good.
I'm fine. I don't think I made many stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Or enough.
That's good.
Or enough, you're still gonna
run up the numbers.
Don't you regret or this rap game at an early age?
No, I don't regret. I think I started at the right time for myself. Yeah. I had to grow through it. Like also growing up in the villages where the rap is not there. Yeah. Like there's a rap life here. I'm not saying if you are in the rural areas you can make it rap, but I never thought of it. Like now when I started writing music, I didn't think I was gonna perform. Perform the other day, actually.
Sweater for
sure. So I didn't have any big expectations. I just thought, let me make music, and then you start learning about the music industry. You start following the right content and knowing yourself. What you try and learn. It's some things. Sitoma as something small, and then you grow it if you want. If you don't want to grow it, it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
I never thought we would get more conversation. Like we just get a rap or
That's how serious.
No, I did. I was like, good luck. No, you know what? I'm at the position in my life now where if any person says or not, I wanna do this, man. I'm gonna advise someone, but I will never discredit someone from doing anything, regardless of age and everything. If you wanna do it, do it. Maybe you mustn't say you are going to be a stripper or.
I was about to say I want to.
I know KMG is gonna go there. Why you don't go there? KMG must come and work. Because I will happy. Don't get over shoot like a Sunday, and I know to really stripper. Because I tell you about and I actually know this other lady from home. She's a stripper.
Really?
Yeah, I have him on.
I have interview with a mask. Like,
no, but that
very
one I think
much-
she would come. Even if I asked her, she would come. Like she's open about it.
Yeah, I can't be
She's fine about
And
it.
apparently,
She goes live.
Last week,
She goes live. Go
last
Facebook.
week, what masturbate? The masturbate. That toilet. Part of such players. What you masturbate? My location is a group. Like, okay, let's do it together. Like, what the? Everybody can take a toilet.
has actually lived, eh?
But the problem is that the boss man in between Hedgefield and Letropo probably would have done it. We're gonna see how we're gonna do it. But
like ambition.
Let's go do that day. Well, like no clean. Again, we know little now, but we're still young. What's our better ejaculation? Or like it's only safe. It's only safe.
I don't know. Miss your party or gambling. I wish you were going to. But what must be made? No, I can't.
Masturbate. They went to Social.
I want to straight up for the first time. I don't want to straight.
But you said Fuks was there, no?
I am.
No, Fuks. There's two Fuks. There's two Fuks. Remember, there's Fuks. This one. There's another Fuks. One of my friends. Maybe Fuks Libudi.
Oh, because we're like a little Fuksy.
No, there's another Fuks. There's another Fuks, not him.
Oh.
There's another Fuks.
Hey.
Then the other track that you also I like. This is Friday.
Cheers to this Friday.
That song make us drink. When I say out, we play that
so
thing.
perfect.
I don't know. Nah, it's a very nice song.
Very unique.
You actually make nice music.
Yeah, he does. He can write, man. He can
Your
write.
pen is very.
So what happens? I know Nisapo Rai, when you're this side, then how do you guys record?
I used to record until I find out that my podcast mic.
As condenser mic.
Marale,
So what did you do? What do you
know?
do?
Record all team matches. Can all our vessel blind
Oh,
flow.
His flow is nice.
Is
he around?
I. So he sends beats, I write, and then I record. Sometimes if it was only better days, then we're gonna buy a piece, then write it.
So you were actually in the same place in the piece. Oh, okay. But isn't it scary to record music?
Everything is scary. Go to perform.
What you relocate today?
I was a bit uncomfortable because I get to interview here.
Not
uncomfortable in a bad way. In a what
is it a first interview?
I don't know. Well, I'm not. I don't think I'm an artist. I've been blown up. You get it. So I want to room Buche.
Did you? So you don't regret yourself as an artist. I wanted to say to you,
I've been blown up. I guess sometimes it's what we see when we watch interviews, like the podcast. It's people that have made it in that industry. So that's what we usually see. So
now we've never interviewed people that popped. We've
never
interviewed someone that popped.
We have then.
Pleasure.
No?
An example, I'm sure there are other
pleasure.
Mainly the actors, they're blown, they're in the industry, they're comfortable.
Didn't Lekuno is on that Savage Beauty movie?
That's why what's the name of blower? What's the okay?
The name of blower is me and Sdeni.
Besides, I've not blown. Besides the statement that I've not blown. I have never been interviewed
before.
Yeah.
But what was your expectations though? Like, what was your expectation?
I don't know, in the interview.
No, okay, let's talk about your
interview. Expect a question here.
No. We discuss about it with her. Okay, so tell us about your interview. When is it coming out? What's the name of it?
Not the interview.
Not
the EP.
Fuck. Eh?
Black.
Ke black.
Just black.
No, but I just had two, bro.
Now imagine if it was 3.
Ah. Oh, my man.
Plus, after so
I-
long,
I-
Usano.
Keep first
I
breath.
have a tongue problem. You haven't noticed.
He does.
I have a tongue problem.
He has a tongue twist.
Oh,
I can call you KMG or meanwhile I know.
you think it, but say other things.
Yeah, something like that. But when even the numbers, the numbers they kill me. What I give one of this thing, what I give 500 and I give
Jacob.
No, I'm not Jacob. Like I don't know, man. Like I have this thing. I want to I give 4 minutes too.
What's this short? No, it's not short memory.
But don't diagnose.
Fast, maybe fast.
But don't
Maybe
diagnose.
fast.
Fast
Oh, reactor fast. And what smart?
I wish.
I
I wish I was smart. Tell us about
What's
the
my
EP.
graduating?
Man.
Then.
Hey, we're smart.
Tell us about the EP. But it's not about me.
Okay, first breath. First breath.
The first breath.
Yeah, it's being cooked.
Mhm.
So it's just perception, guys. You must go listen to it. You must.
There's no single that is out. There's nothing that is out.
Nothing is
yet.
out yet.
Who do you have there in the EP?
Me.
It's only you.
Zap.
Eh?
It's me and Zap.
New Year's up.
Yeah.
You don't have the features.
And Snapchat, guys. Hey,
Snapchat, who's Snapchat?
Ke bana ba di the art cover Jack. Ba tsona ba mlap.
Oh, okay.
Dope.
Ba di art cover ya one ya first breath.
Why do you feel the need to release your EP now? After
I think I've
releasing
gathered
so many?
enough music, and I think I think I made a nice project.
Yeah.
Like when I listen to it, then I'm proud.
Oh.
It's
When is
very
it coming
dope.
out?
1st July.
1st July.
1st July.
First breath.
Are you
is
gonna
coming
have a
out.
listening session?
I'm thinking about that.
Are we invited?
Cause 27.
Perform when?
Mona mo timbisa, but then you know, I'll tell you some other time. I know, and they're very dope. They're very dope rappers. There,
Yeah.
We're blind. We're blind. It's just that I think rap is still it's gonna come back. It's still overlooked.
I saw a video of B.O.B. Is it B.O.B. the rapper?
Bob.
Bob.
All America.
Yeah, all America. He was rapping or dancing to my piano.
Serious? I
Is
didn't know. My piano are blind.
There's a
My
video
piano
that,
cannot take anything away from there.
There's a video that Fresh Taylor posted, and that guy was actually we deleted it.
He was dancing.
He was the rapping there, like
On my piano.
on my piano. Yeah.
It's current to go watch there's melodies, there's a structure for a song. On my piano, what piece did it? It's there's a
Who did
structure
it?
of music. Piece. I got a piece by the other video. I was on one video la piece I rap on my piano.
No, I remember him talking about it, but I don't remember him.
I don't know if it was some stories.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna structure some music. It's rap. My piano look quiet to is rap. The structure or the flow, it might be similar.
Are you not pressured? Don't you put pressure on yourself, wishing that things can, like this working EP could be nice and
Yeah, I have hope. Like that's what you have to believe.
Yeah.
I have hope. It's a nice EP. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
It's not
And I hope you
pressure,
can-
it's hope.
Yeah, I don't have pressure. And I don't have to be anything. Sure.
Mm.
I don't have to be assume any mold.
Mm.
You get it?
Mm.
My EP cannot be like somebody else's EP. It's mine. So it's like trying to say, you know, your EP, yeah, Kendrick Lamar. It's Kendrick Lamar. That's why I'm blind.
Mm.
And what's that? I don't listen to that guy, man. And who blind? Like I don't listen to him.
Why?
Somehow I can't.
You can't relate.
Like,
But he's also a bit activist in Nyana, so I think maybe you would also just be listening to him.
No, I tried. Like now, if I say I don't listen,
Yeah,
to
but
something,
Kendrick
you can
Lamar,
listen to everything.
Kendrick Lamar, even this album, I feel like I was listening to it over and over again. As much as I had the hype,
It's not giving.
it's not good.
And for him, that's why I get an eye.
Yeah.
I cannot,
Nah, it's
you
not
cannot
good.
take away the talent. You can just say
He's nice,
not
he's
good.
dope, talent.
The
and-
talent is there, but
yeah.
the type of it's like Lena. The beats were one of the beats that Nizapa makes. One of the normal beats that people can rap to, that people are going to do.
But But those beats, they are the same as like the ones that Nista makes. It's the same as your To a Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
To Pimp
Like-
a Butterfly.
Yeah, To a Pimp a Butterfly.
It's one of the track wa ke gane.
No, album, one of the old album.
Ba bona
Inali. I thought that's with I see the I the flow, man. Then I level.
It's
Like it's over. You do know Lila's Wisdom? The episode. Something okay, but yeah.
na mpotse ka ye bona se le botse the keys. Mpotse ka sia shares.
Jara Kiss.
Eh,
Wise James Kids is as hard as a car. Nah.
The thing about music, ne sia shares like
She has said use that.
damano wo betcha. I just so it. Deep so it.
What like?
Unje tareke ke sa ba rela o I repeat. But he's not Khala perform a back to the city the other time. But he's not getting the recognition that I think I deserve.
But you mind-
He deserves. Sia shares.
Sia.
I think I've heard that
Sia shares.
before.
Better number one.
Serious?
Hey, that's wo better.
Fuck, I don't know.
Unje tareke wa
There's this
tsholu.
track here, now or never. I'm a feature on the remix.
Oh, now and never with all the artists.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
land,
was
yeah,
like,
like-
oh yeah. What?
So Khaleb Majida bolela bara o feta mona o khatha moriri ke does not matter o blind. It does not change
Yeah, it
anything.
doesn't
We want
matter,
to ke yona pulling somebody down because
But
o sala blind bara o feta moya o khatha moriri like
I think
it's
it's
not-
a community, I mean society in a expertise when you are
an artist.
An artist.
That's why I get it now. I don't want to put myself in a box that I have pressure. Eh, but bakupula. Next time ko phela.
But I think the pressure will come as soon as, like, let's say you have a hit. There's certain pressure that you will have to enjoy as it
definitely.
comes.
I don't have to.
Whenever you can control it as much as you can control, but think about it this way, my man. If you have a big song, like you are wanted everywhere, the bookings and everything. After some time,
Garchar, even like pela ke le jwale ke rapa go mfasa.
Of course, like when you
But
don't have a
yeah,
team,
woman,
ne?
yeah,
When you don't have a team, ne?
I think that's why ke bola sniper o blind ka
No, get out like a team in
Fana
terms of
saka shome ka
management.
video.
and then go tswella ke like it's a team nya ona shota marketing.
Hey, so no tla ba se tuna le manager, na le bodyguard, na le pressure or
But God na ke nya ke bodyguard.
But I think the pressure you can only control it to a certain level, but it will come if you make a hit song now. You'd move differently, bruh. For sure,
Yeah,
you
she's
will block
like
me.
telephone le samburi.
Yeah. Ogara chambloki.
The telephone le samburi ka le nyaka.
Hey, you move differently.
No, I don't think so. But the pressure, you have to rise. I agree. Every level requires a different you. Because you cannot see change and then remain the same.
Well,
You must remain the same to your cause. Obviously, because change but the amount of hard work that needs to be put in must change. Meaning you have to rearrange bophelo ba hao. Ime batho ba fasa ka mba to perform. We go their monthly salary ka one weekend.
So also another question.
Amarono
ne?
tswana le yona mo salary like ya record label yana ba mo fa 500.
Even I go sign ambitious. Now I'm an independent artist, and I think I'll remain this. I think already in that age now, maybe I'm already ahead. What village? Dinner Orange Village. That's my record label. That's that's bubbly.
Orange Village.
Which is yeah.
Oh, kia the
Which at the back
CEO.
of my music.
There are CEO there.
None of Fana Sagari.
Marana-
The vision is
Ma-
bigger than just.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of what's happening.
And whatever let the love, man. If you love something, if you enjoy doing something, you know. And then I always say what, like, if you do something that does not necessarily it can take your time, but it does not take too much of your finances.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're broke
Because you are chasing it.
because you are chasing it. Nah, I feel like you'll be fine, man. You'll
Time
be
is a
fine.
resource. That's why like everything requires time. Or today, it's very important.
And it's part of recovering from these mental issues, you know. When you do something that you love, you give time to it. When I come to do the conversation, it's actually me coming to do a therapy.
Hey, you get it? That's like a person who need to you cannot just be one thing. You cannot just be
You guys are thinking it's so nice.
Why?
Yeah,
Yeah, we listen to the same. We listen to Molo and Matalan. They will be there by life of Molo. There, you get up Molo Health.
You cannot
Shout out to Molo. And
Sorry, Molo EPA plus Urata hip hop.
but he said he's no longer. He said he's no longer listening to hip hop. He's no longer listening to Tupac. He used to listen to Tupac. He's more into this meditation songs. And drinking tea.
No, the meditation, what? YouTube, man, stream.
I saw this other time, you know. This thing didn't have the followers. I was actually take them and open a YouTube channel and put them there.
And I not copyright claim because that they
Nah, for sure, there's always.
There's always people watching.
No, but you can create your own. You have about 10 seconds.
Chimes.
Then has a lot of people in his circle by longer they make music that likes about raps or fuwa kitamola mafandela ya 10 seconds. I repeat about the.
And when I repeat, you know, when the ocean sounds,
You put it also. Put it not part of the
calculate something.
For this My man, tell me, do you understand why Molo said we mustn't say morning?
You keep
But
on
you do not get
repeating
it.
that.
I don't remember. Maybe I didn't see it.
Because
explain and
please explain that.
Nah, but now I did not. I don't explain it nicely.
No.
When I explain it,
morning, it sounds like moaning.
Oh, you are mourning. Yeah, I think I saw the video.
Hey,
Ramon,
we don't mourn.
We don't mourn. It's about the enunciation. They using the off words. I got a mancho, don't unstructured. It's about how you use them. It's like the way Maponga Halaba break down the unkulu leading nana or these words because they're not new words.
So now you shouldn't say good morning.
No, I don't care.
Do you say good morning?
You can absorb everything and then spit it out like some things I don't care.
You're an activist, ne? You're an activist, but
aware.
you are.
He does not believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and
I'm
also,
aware.
And also, it doesn't sort of like. I'm gonna say sort of because I don't know. I guess they know you don't believe in him.
Who?
Jesus Christ. You don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Let me read me blue. Let me from blue. Let me read 6 pack. He looks like the oppressor. That guy. It psychologically doesn't add up. 1 + 1 is 2, and that one has 2 guys. It's not me. It's an observation.
So, Karen, you guys are not Christians. You didn't
grow up in Catholic school. No. Every day. Agree, you grow, guys.
You grow, you learn.
It tells you or you can't remain the same. You can't be the same person. Most people get information and remain the same. Every day, ANC in corruption, voting.
You're wearing their colors.
Yeah.
The ANC colors.
This is Africa. This is melanin. It has nothing to do with those ones. But Congress is a group of baboons or monkeys.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with them.
So you're still explaining.
No, it's any Catholic school. No, you get information.
You get information.
You get information. You change. You cannot just remain the same. How can you drink tea from your enemy? How about the way the enemies that came here and took the land and killed our grandfathers?
So
people used to move. They used to make people move meat from the sky. But
you said we should forget.
So man,
forget. No, you don't forget. You don't forget things. Things are always supposed to.
Do you believe in Mudim?
Yeah, I believe. But now I believe that generally, what if we were not here, there wouldn't be a God. The powerful don't talk about gods. You get it. The world, the way I don't know about God point of view. the world is organic. You eat fruits, they feed your body, you live. Everything lives on something else. That's why we like global warming, because we are not living in syncly the world.
Yes.
We are deteriorating it. I believe there's a higher being, because Vadimbaka bring back the God to me. It means I'm an ancestor. There's God inside me. I'm responsible for me. My actions, positive, negative, my thought. Now I believe my EP is blind. It's a God complex. It's like,
God, you mean God or gods?
Oh, I'm just saying it's a God complex.
Oh.
You have to believe that you can summon things in the.
But I'm asking you, do you believe in God?
Yes,
Not God. God.
I'm explaining it. Structures are
Yes or no?
You can say yes or no, but
I can or yes, and okay, why?
Hey.
Okay, yes.
Then explain.
I'm going to explain.
Explain.
No, God, whatever you believe, it's what works for you. Okay. We need to consider nature more. All of us. The Bible is very detached from nature. It's very, one nature fell like a apple. That's the only place where the Bible actually connects to nature. So we are part of a thing, of a thinking ecosystem. Biological, I think spiritually can be part of an ecosystem of some sort. Or who is God? Or it's very complex. It's not simple, but you need to find something that works for you. Now my observation is based on that. I've never seen Christianity do anything
for you.
Tell me, so do you believe?
Do anything? It's my belief.
No, but tell me.
I used
so
to
that
be,
people
I used
don't
to
have
believe,
to like.
Okay, yes. I used to be a Catholic. I used to pray to God. I was praying to God. But then we come to a point that that's why everybody can believe in whatever they want to believe in, as long as it does not put you down.
Let me ask you, do you believe that in the beginning there was word and the word was with God?
Oh, you coach Bible?
Yeah, I want to ask you.
No, those are Bible code. I believe that the world came up completely, but I don't believe in that part.
So do you believe?
So somebody was just building at which somewhere.
Eh?
It's the stories. You can pick any story as long as you say what
You know this.
No, but no. Okay, what's that? You know. Let me tell you something about.
Why do I believe in a quote from the Bible? I don't believe in the Bible. So
Okay. The first little
yeah?
Let me the first little
Big Bang Theory mitosis limitation.
No, don't talk about that.
Our Big Bang Theory mitosis limitation, or the first little mitosis get the doubling of cells, and then really lead an error oil.
Oh, so the first
an error maybe can go something more special. That's the Big Bang Theory. It's proven scientifically. Now, the world, I've never thought of it was a guy in a context here. I've always known daily night and whatever. But then,
which is God that you say you believe in?
No, that's the biblical God. Why? We don't talk about that book.
No, but I get it. Okay, let's say why don't we put and say the Bible was a theory, right? Like you said, it's a Big Bang theory.
No, but I don't believe in Jonah. But you cannot ask me questions, direct, or we must talk about the world based on the biblical way.
Yeah.
And
there's the Quran. Ask me something that's written in the Quran.
I don't know Quran.
Exactly. So you know only know
what does the Quran say?
I don't know.
Hey.
That's why you only know what you know. But the people are still moving on, and history, correct. Greg was debated. It started out.
Let's not talk about Greg. Let's not talk about Greg.
Religion,
because Greg is another different thing.
Muslims. The thing about also the Bible, it came blood to start with. It was spread. It was well marketed. That's how it spread. It's good marketing. Islam's were not forcing people to be Christians. The way it's any boarding school, it has a church next to it. It's an old church. It means if you wanted education to have value in this community, you need to abide by this thing. It's another truth that you go through it. And then you don't think that when you every day you are kneeling in, it's just a psychological question. When a person is kneeling down, to a white person who only cross ka green ya rena diamond la blomo so 6 Okay. How does it feel to have a God that looks like somebody that's oppressing you? How does 1 + 1 become 2? Would you drink tea from your enemy? The enemy you know what big mouth I like a sorati. Slalero big mouth. Or slalero. No, and then about it doesn't everywhere more illegal. It force away.
You know what I always say now from my side in a worry, and I'm gonna talk it from the biblical terms. Worry. If you check the New Old Testament and the New Testament, I like the Old Testament. The Old Testament, it was more into me as a person in connection to God straight, you know. And you would have the leaders that were leading people. That's how the Bible says. You'd have the leaders that were leading the people. But as soon as the New Testament came, we started having this person that we must pray for. That's true. You understand? We started having this person that we must pray for. And like I've watched a lot of movies and I felt the down. And I'm sorry to say that to my fellow Christian. I felt the
what
down.
You have to be apologetic.
No. I felt no, listen, I felt and that's my thing. I got like read New Testament and look about that movie, you start to feel the energy that people used to have.
No, I get it. Does not exist.
Peace to the people like over the name of Sdeni Poi, and the EP is coming out 1st of June. July.
Yes. 1st of
July.
1st of July.
June will begin next month.
Yeah.
About 7 days or something.
So it's not done. Last breath or
by Fuks. F-U-K-S.
I'm a partner player. Fuks. Thank you so much, my brother, for pulling up on the conversation.
Thank you so much, Fuks.
Just know that you're always welcome. Even after the EP, you must pull up again. I will listen to it and we'll talk about it and you'll tell us what you mean by some of the lyrics there.
I'll come through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a conversation with Sdeni and Kamo. We're tired. We've been shooting the whole day. We're out. Hey, Tara.
Thank you.